Hi, my name is Stephanie,
My name is Bree.
and we are
Super bad.
the only two lesbians in Superbad. There are two other members, but they happen to be straight.
They like the cock.
They like penis. Alright, so today we're coming to you to talk to you about our crazy ex stories.
Oh man,
Yeah,
there's too much of that.
yeah. You should go first.
You should start off, cause
You should go first.
no,
Yeah, you should.
nah.
Yes, you should.
There's too many.
There's too many. But
There's
mine
too
is very
many.
detailed.
Man, mine could be pretty detailed too.
No, yours is very simple. Mine's is very complex.
Who do I start off with? You wanna help me out,
The first one, Caitlin.
Caitlin? All
Yeah.
right. So I had this girlfriend named Caitlin. She lived in my old town, and recently, like, we were friends in middle school and all, but like then we started talking to each other again. She's like, "Oh, do you like girls now?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm totally gay." And she's just like, "Dude, I've had a crush on you in middle school ever since." Thank you.
You're welcome.
You're done. Thanks.
Alright, continue.
And so we just started talking and shit, and then we got close, and then we decided let's hang out and stuff. So I go over to her house one weekend. Little stuff happens and stuff, and then we're dating. Start dating. It's hard because she lived an hour away, so since she drives, she would drive out to my house like every weekend and whatever. My parents didn't know because they're kind of dumb, and
You'll be watch this.
what the heck? And yeah, she'd spend the night. We'd do crazy shit. We'd go on adventures to the mall and get coffee and yeah, do other stuff in my room.
Spencer.
Yeah, lots of stuff.
Spencer.
Spencer's going in there and buying
Spencer's.
things.
Spence.
Right before they got rid of all the dildos. At our mall, they got rid of all the dildos, and that's really unfortunate because I kind of wanted to go buy one, but now I can't because they're all gone. Because our mall is.
Lay ratchet.
So, this girl, she was pretty suicidal, I guess. And one night I was like talking to her, and she seemed kind of upset. I was just like, she's kind of putting me in a bad mood. So I was just kind of like, I'm just gonna go to sleep. Good night. And then, like, I went to sleep. I woke up at like 3 a.m, and like there was like 20 messages from her, and like 3 missed calls, and she was just like, "Yo, what are you doing?" She was just like, I like just tried to kill myself, and like I'm going to a hospital right now. Someone found her with like cuts all over her arms. She's trying to kill herself. I was fucking worried. I like was trying to call her and stuff. It was putting me in a panic attack. Like that's shitty. And I'm a bitch. I'm sorry. And like I've tried to care for her and all that good stuff. I don't know how to put with this. So, like, she goes into a hospital. She told me, like, I can't really talk to you a lot because, obviously, you can't have your phones in those kind of hospitals and stuff like that. So I'm like, just text me when you can. I was, like, hoping she was okay. And, like, I was always sending her random cute messages and whatnot. Like, oh, my God, I miss you, babe. I love you, blah, blah, blah. And, like, finally she gets out. And she's still not okay, and she sees, like, a counselor and whatever. And I wrote out this really long text saying, like, hey, we should probably take a break so you can get yourself on track, because it's hard to be in a relationship with someone if you're not really okay with yourself. So I made a cute message and stuff like, I'm doing this because I care for you so much. And yes, I have a heart. I have a heart. Even though it looks like I don't, I do. And so she was okay with that. And I'm like, once you're okay and better, then we can get back together, So we're on break for a little bit, and then, I miss her a whole lot. And then, like, I message her, like, maybe a week later and seeing how she's doing and stuff. Long story short, she just kind of said, "Oh, I lost feelings for you, and no, we can't do this anymore." I'm like, "Well, okay, that's cool." Put me in a shitty mood because, like, we were in love and shit, and, like, we bought each other stuff. We'd always do cute shit, and it just pissed me off that she would just... Yeah, exactly. That's exactly how I feel right now. And it just turned into a whole horrible fest, and then she'd randomly message me like, "I miss you." Like, don't pull that crap when you just said you don't have feelings for me anymore. You just made me go through all the time. Like, I'd stay up nights and nights and nights to make sure you're okay. That's not cool. And you know what? Maybe like a few weeks later, we're like done and stuff. I see on she said she's a lesbian. When I see on Facebook, she's fucking dating a dude. That's shitty as fuck, you know? You're fake. I put a status, I'm like, all these fake lesbians out here that, I put a status, and she messaged me like 5 minutes later, like, "Was that status about me?"
No, it was about
bitch,
you.
it wasn't about you. Okay, we're done here. We're done. I always see her nasty ass on Facebook still, like, talk about, "I wish I had a boyfriend."
Oh, she got a boyfriend?
Dude, I don't even know anymore. Who gives a fuck? Shitty. Really shitty.
Alright, let's slide up
Shitty.
in the Marisha situation.
Marisha.
So, derby bitch.
I'm on a roller derby team.
Woo!
I think the best sport in history. If y'all don't know what roller derby is, go look that shit up on YouTube.
Or just watch Whip It.
Watch Whip It with Ellen Page, the sexy bitch I'm gonna marry. Yeah, watch that. But anyways, this girl, when I walked in to register for this team, they're all so welcoming, and especially her. She was like really, really nice to me, and I was like, wow, this is cool and stuff. And after a while, when I got accustomed to the team and stuff, and I started talking to a few people, we started talking, whatever. And where's this go? Like, I'm a really flirty person, so of course I'm flirting. She's
very flirty.
Yeah. And she starts flirting back, and she ends up telling me, like, "I've had a crush on you ever since you walked in those doors." I'm like, oh girl. I was like, finally someone likes me. No one ever likes me, I swear. Thank you. Thank you very much, because I really need that right now.
At the clash.
So we have, like, this texting relationship. Since, like, our team is in Chicago, it's, like, people live in different areas and, like, go to practice. Like, some people live in Michigan, in Wisconsin. They travel out.
Again?
Michigan. And, like, some people live, like, 2 hours away. Some people live, like, a half an hour away. Some people live, like, right close to it. But anyway, so it's kind of like a long distance thing again. And she comes out to my house once to hang out, and we got buzzed and all that good shit. Oh yeah, it was great. She's kind of a pillow princess. Don't mean to be a bitch. Anyway, it's really shitty because she's a very bossy kind of person, and like a princess type person that like wants everything to be perfect and all that. So every little thing I kind of said, she would kind of yell at me about, and I was like, really? And it seemed like after that day we hung out, she started getting really like meaner, and like she had issues at home and stuff, and that was understandable. Like, we weren't definitely in a relationship, but it was like an unofficial relationship, sort of. Like, it was a relationship without a label on it. But, like, I understand. She's like, "I'm not ready for, like, a real relationship right now because I'm going through so much." I'm like, okay, well, that's fine. And, like, I would always bring it up because, like, we were getting so close and whatever. I'm like, well, what are we? And she would just be like, it was just a mess. And then there's, like, one day, like, it was way after the time when, like, we hung out. she started getting different, like, less, like, hearts and, like, kissies in the text messages and stuff like that. And I'm like, I started getting really sad. I'm like, do you even like me anymore? And, like, she, like, sent these, like, 7-page messages, like, yelling at me, like, why would you say something like that? We can't date if you're gonna say stuff like that and assume stuff like that. And then I'm like, I'm sorry, like, I just assume things because I've been through a lot of shitty relationships and things where people don't actually like me but actually, date me. So she's like, well, if you're gonna think like that, I'm not like the other people, and, we can't date if you're gonna say stuff like that. I'm like, what the fuck? And she started just yelling at me and text, like, stuff. Like, ugh, I can't even talk right now. But, I said something, and she's like, you're starting to remind me of your ex. And I'm like, bitch, what the fuck? Okay. And she just, like, she just treated me like shit after that. It was, like, basically like a fuck, and then she left me. That's pretty shitty. And then, like, at all the practices we go to, she wouldn't say a word to me, and I'd text her, like, what the fuck, why aren't you talking to me? And she's like, well, you didn't say anything to me. I'm like, well, why the fuck do I have to be the person that always comes up to you and say something? And after that, she just totally started ignoring me and shit. That was just shitty. I don't even know. I know that story was all over the place, but... Oh, what's that?
I don't know. Just felt like...
I know that story was all over the place. You probably didn't understand any of that, but, like, in my eyes and brain, it was way worse. A lot of the things she said... Is that yarn balls?
Yeah.
Oh my god, cats. Did they seriously fall when you do that? Or is it just falling?
They fall. Yeah, I think they...
No, I think they're just falling.
No, yeah.
Get rid of that shit.
Okay.
Yeah, there's many where that came from. I just got out of a relationship with this girl. Fucking annoying. It was another long distance thing. We made a meet me. And I met her on that. Oh my god, get out of here.
Finish your story, because YouTube only allows you to have 15 minutes.
Well, anyway, this girl, she was really, like, she wanted a lot of attention and shit. And, like, I don't have time for that. Like, especially when I'm hanging out with my friends, super bad crew. Hello. I don't like to be on my phone because that's really rude and stuff. Mm-hmm. So, like, even if it was, like, half an hour, she would literally just, like, be like, give me attention, love me, love me, love me. And I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm doing stuff, And then one night we went and saw Pitch Perfect. Yeah, it was alright. It was alright. Okay. It was alright. But, we came home, it was late, and we just fell asleep. I wake up to text, like, we're done. I'm like, excuse me, what did you just say? And, no. I'm like, no. I'm like, I'm sorry I can't be I'm glued to my phone constantly like you, because I have a life. And then we break up and all that. And then she's like, no, I can't do this anymore. I want you back. I'm like, really? You just said that 5 minutes after you just broke up with me. And she's like, yeah, but I didn't want it to end. I'm like, but you just ended it. And she's like, yeah, I know. I'm like, get out. No. No. I don't need that. This video is gonna have to go into part 2.
Yeah, I'm about to say that, part 2. Because, yeah.
That's long as fuck. Yeah. I talk too much. I need to stop. Alright,
guys, so tune in to part 2 to hear Stuffacoccus side.
Brie.
Alright, sign out. Deuces.